across to my colleague Anurag Shah, who's also joining us from Worli. Anurag, give us a sense of what people are asking for. I mean, 2014, 2019 have all been about the Prime Minister getting votes in the name of the Prime Minister. But what are you seeing on the ground? How is this Sena versus Sena and NCP versus NCP? There's been a massive divide in terms of both of these families. Has that left the voter confused? What are people really talking about as of now? What are you picking up?
So, situation is completely different from 2019. In 2019 Lok Sabha election, we have seen that BJP-led NDA has won all 6 seats. They were clean sweep with a huge margin in all 6 seats of Mumbai. But after that, so many changes have happened. Situation has completely turned. There is a split in Shiv Sena, there is a split in NCP. So out of 6 seats in Mumbai, on 3 seats, it's a Sena versus Sena. Shiv Sena led by Eknath Shinde versus Shiv Sena Uddhav Balasaheb Thackeray. On 2 seats, it's Congress versus BJP, and on 1 seat, it is BJP versus Shiv Sena UBT. So, out of 6 seats, there's a close contest on 3 to 4 seats. Anything can happen on 3 to 4 seats. And just now, as pointed out by Anurag Joshi, that development is the key issue. We have seen the upgrade happening in Mumbai, like key infrastructure projects of Atal Setu, Coastal Road, Metro network. But apart from that, in last 5 years, we have seen that change in government has happened. The split in parties has happened. So there is some sort of emotional connect also. There is a sort of a sympathy vote is also there for Uddhav Thackeray, as we have spoken to a couple of voters. So that only makes this contest very interesting. If we talk about the Mumbai South constituency, so from here, the 2 candidates is a Sena versus Sena. Incumbent, the present MP Arvind Sawant is already 2-time MP, and he is contesting 3rd time, is against the Yamini Jadhav. So Yamini Jadhav used to be part of Shiv Sena only, but in 2022 split, she parted with the Eknath Shinde. So Yamini Jadhav versus Arvind Sawant. So 2-time MP versus the new candidate, new face, woman face. That is the situation at the Mumbai South constituency. If we talk about the voting percentage also, so historically voting percentage at Mumbai South has remained low. In 2009, the voting percentage was only 40%, although Mumbai South is the posh constituency of the country. In the Mumbai South only, from RBI governor to Mukesh Ambani to Uday Kotak to so many people from corporate India, they are part of the Mumbai South constituency. But in last 2 elections, although 2014, 2019, the voting percentage was around 50% only. But this time, this percentage may go up because the general frequency of voting for Mumbaikars is 2 to 2.5 years. So if we take example of last 25 years, same year the Lok Sabha and Assembly election happening, and after Assembly election, after a gap of 2.5 years, the BMC, the municipal corporation voting happened. But this time there was no municipal corporation voting has happened. So voters are voting after a gap of 4.5 years. So there might be a large chunk of voters who wanted to vote, but elections has not happened. So after the gap of 4.5 years, after October 2019, now only Mumbaikars are getting a chance to cast their vote. So till now, the voting percentage of Mumbai is around 16%, but this is likely to go up. It will go up for sure because now it's a scorching heat, so people might come after their lunch.
As of now, the vote percentage of Mumbai doesn't seem to be, very, very encouraging. It seems to be very abysmal, even though Union Minister Piyush Goyal, who's also contesting from the Mumbai North constituency, said that, Mumbaikars will go out and vote, and there's not going to be any lag in terms of voting percentage. The turnout will be the highest. We'll have to go and see. We'll have to wait and watch till 6 p.m. Whether Mumbaikars have in fact gone out in hordes and cast their ballot. On that note,
if you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.